I set myself a challenge to complete my first ever action horror game in 1 month, and I failed. But with the last 2 days ticking by and still dealing with AI perception bugs, I unfortunately just ran out of time. So in this episode, I'm going to spend the next week finishing off my first ever video game, and at the end of the week, I have to send it off to my friends so that they can play it and also give their review of it. Oh god.
If you didn't watch the previous video, which you can check out at the top right, Marcus is creating a horror game where the player has to escape the level by collecting various key cards that let them open the final door. But there's various monsters and traps along the way to stop them, and if the monsters
See you, it cuts to their point of view to see them hunt you down and kill you.
Okay, I think you need a nap. The first thing I wanted to tackle this week was the enemy AI. At the moment, the enemy AI is coded to walk along a specific patrol path that I've made, and then if they see you, they're supposed to chase you and then attack you. But at the moment, they just kind of walk along this patrol path and they don't notice you at all, as though they're blind. This was really confusing, and as I'm very new to the AI perception component in Unreal Engine, I didn't really know what I was doing or what any of these settings actually meant, and oh man, is there a lot of settings. I spent the next 2 days just banging my head against my monitor, trying to work out what on earth was going on, watching various tutorials about AI perception, only to realize that you just had to enable these 3 little checkboxes here so the monster can recognize the player as an enemy, and bam, now it works. Ah, god damn it. When I was fixing my enemy AI, I noticed that my interaction system could be kinda hit and miss. It's kinda hard to get it to recognize the item that's right in front of the player character at some angles. This was another confusing one at first. Basically, my interaction system works by putting a box trace in front of the player character, and then when that box trace collides with one of the interactable actors, it has a specific collision channel that I've made that's called interaction. It puts this nice glow around the object, and it brings up this nice little UI prompt saying E to interact. But when I enabled the debug for this so I could see what was going on, I noticed that the end of the box trace that was connected to the player character wasn't rotating with the player character's movement, so eventually it would just get thinner and thinner and thinner and make it much harder for you to actually collide with that object that's in front of you. So I set the rotation of the trace box to the rotation of the player character's socket that the trace box is attached to, and voila, the box is rotating with the player's rotation, and I said rotation a lot just then. But now the interaction system's a lot more consistent and reliable. Just don't look at those error codes. One other fun thing I wanted to add to the game was a main menu screen. So when the player opens up the game, it doesn't just start immediately and they get swamped by enemies before they're even ready to play the game. I recreated the setup that I had in one of the tunnels that I used for the thumbnail of the first video, because I quite liked how that thumbnail looked. I created a new level for this main menu screen and dragged in the run animations for the player character and also the monster character. And I set their play rate to be really low so they'd be running in slow motion, because everybody knows slow motion makes everything cooler. I moved around some of the lights and props like this fiery barrel. Ooh. Set the focus of the camera to the player character. I moved around the cine camera until I was happy with the composition.
Aren't you worried that adding the monster to the menu screen will ruin this very surprise in the game?
Yeah, that was a worry, but I figure as long as I keep them in the background and where it's dark and maybe only add like 1 or 2 lights so that you can see there's something there, but only slightly, and then it should make it more like eerie and intriguing for the player. And I had some simple buttons on there for play and quit, and also an options menu button, which then when I figured out how difficult it is to add an options menu, I swiftly deleted it.
This is on windowed.
Wait, you have to code every option in your options menu that you want? That's insane. I was really happy with how this turned out, especially for like a quick job. I think it looks pretty nice, just minus those default grey UI buttons. One of the things that's really lacking in my game at the moment is sound.
And you know that sound makes up 60% of the video's enjoyment? I bet it's similar for video games.
Yeah, I figured sound design has got to be pretty important in a video game. It's just like no one ever talks about it.
So similar to videos then.
Yeah. That means I'm gonna need someone to do some voice acting for me then. Hey, Amy, want to work on some voice acting? Oh, it's so nice of her to volunteer. You know what? I think she smashed it.
Damn it. What is that?
In total, I think we recorded like 100 different voice lines for all the various things you can do in the game. Like picking up weapons, melee combat, hit reactions, and even death. That was a fun one.
Get off me!
And now the neighbors think we're complete weirdos. We also recorded some voice lines for the start of the game that I really hope help the player understand what you're supposed to do in the game. You know, along with that giant text that shows up at the start that says escape. We ended up recording several variations for the voice lines of every action in the game.
That feels better. That feels good.
I used Unreal Engine's meta sound system, which I actually really like because it's so clean and simple to use, which you really can't take for granted in game development. I added in the wave player and also a random get node, and then made an array for all the various voice lines for that sound effect. And so now we'll play a random one of those voice lines every time that sound is triggered. I also messed around with the various distortion filters, and because this is supposed to be like a PS1-esque game, I figured if I add some bit crunch to the sound, maybe it'll make it sound more like a PS1-esque game. Okay, maybe that's a bit too much. I also found out that you can place sound effects anywhere around your level, but the only problem is that you can hear every sound effect that's in your map. So this is where sound attenuation comes in. Unreal Engine has a pretty good system for this that makes it quite easy. You create a sound attenuation file and you just fill out all the different settings of like how far you want the sound to be heard from and like the fall off distance. And once you attach that sound attenuation file to whatever sound you're attaching it to, you can actually visually see it in the map how far those sounds are actually going to travel, which is really useful. So after coding in all the various sound effects and voice lines, the game really started to come alive. But there's still one thing missing, which is the enemy's sound effects. So voice acting. But after adding some effects and some processing, it actually started to sound pretty good.
Remember all those errors you ignored earlier in the video? Are you going to do anything about them?
Ugh, fine.
Many hours later.
Oh god, these errors are starting to get really confusing, and I'm having to recode a bunch of my interaction system, which I didn't really want to do. I'm also having to like remake a bunch of my interactable actors, making sure they're the right hierarchy, so they're the children of the base one. And after like a day or two of doing this, I think I've got it working correctly now.
Are you sure about that?
Well, I mean, there's one error, but I don't really understand how that one works. And I mean, it does work, and it's fine. It's fine. It works. Moving on, we need to set up a few more UI menus, like a pause menu and a def and a windscreen. So I basically just used the same menu for each and just changed the text at the top of the menu. I know, 10 out of 10 game design. I set up the end of the game by adding a trigger box so that when the player walks into that trigger box, it disables their movement and it brings up the windscreen menu, and it also plays some cool music to make them feel special. And then for the death screen, I basically just used the same menu and I added some ominous music to make you feel bad about dying. So the game is starting to come together really nicely, and I'm feeling just like so much more confident in my coding ability, and also mainly my ability to debug and like figure out problems when they occur. So we're gonna try to keep the flow going and try and polish off the monster camera system, which is like the main gimmick of the game, where when you get close enough to the monster and it can see you, it cuts to their perspective. So the problem at the moment is that when you kill their monster, it then just cuts the camera to the default third-person camera, which just looks terrible. So I'm going to use my elite coding skills that I've now acquired, and I'm going to track what CCTV camera that the player is currently using, and then set that as a variable in the player character, and then reference that in the monster character, and when that monster dies, use a view target.
Boring!
Okay, moment of truth. I think I've got it set up now, so yeah, you can enjoy this horrible first-person view, and then we'll cut to this. Yeah, it will do.
What is
and
that?
then get the camera cut over, and then hopefully, look at that. Let's go! Oh, thank God. We're getting close to the end of the week and my deadline to send my game off to my friends so that they can playtest it. And I figured there needs to be an extra area of the level where you go find the final key card to exit the level. And I wanted it to feel a little bit different to everything else that's in the level, so it feels a little more special when you're finding the final key card. So I added this watchtower building, and I've also created some planks of wood that you have to carefully walk across, otherwise you fall to your death. Which I'm still in two minds about. I don't know whether having like insta-death parts in your levels is actually good level design, but I just wanted to add some sense of suspense when the player's like walking over this plank trying to get to that final key card. You know, they're really close to the end of the level and they've got loads to lose. But also I understand that if you fall off and you die, that could be quite frustrating. But I guess we'll find out. I also wanted to add in one extra trap to the level, so I've created this room over here and I've added 4 monsters in there, and I've also turned the lights off. So what I'm hoping is that the player will walk up to the door, accidentally opening it, not being able to see what's inside, and then all those monsters will run out and start chasing them. But I've also added in a light switch, so when the player walks up to it, if they trigger that, it will turn the light on, and they'll be able to see all the scary monsters inside. It was at this point that I decided that I should probably playtest this game. I've never actually sat down and just tried to get through the level. So I spent the next 2 days just play testing it, moving things around, tweaking things. Like at the start of the level, I originally had the crowbar sitting just behind the player to the left. But I realized when you're playing it, you might never actually see that it's there and just start running around the level without a weapon and end up dying really quickly, and it would probably just be really frustrating. So I ended up moving it in front of the player just to the right so that it's really obvious when the camera comes down, like, oh, there's a crowbar. And I figured that would make it a lot easier for the player to see it and therefore want to go and interact with it. I also spent most of my time just tweaking like the enemy placement around the level. After playtesting it a bunch and being able to get through the level comfortably, I decided I should probably package and ship this sucker. I've never actually packaged a game before, but I mean,
How hard can it be?
you just need to press this little package button, right? Oh God, that's a lot of errors.
Maybe you should do some research before pressing random buttons in the engine.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
A few hours later,
So I've been sitting and watching a bunch of tutorials, try to absorb as much knowledge as I can. And well, now I know you need to press the cook button in the engine. I honestly have no idea what it does, but as long as it doesn't give you errors, you can go ahead and export your game. Oh God, there's still errors.
a long time later,
Okay, so it's been a couple more hours of just using my smooth brain debugging skills to try and work out what on earth was going wrong, and turns out it was just one texture file that was preventing the whole thing from exporting. Yeah. But with that now out of the way, it's time to export the game, and to my surprise, everything went smoothly and it was actually really easy. So I guess we have to send it off to my friends now then. Oh God. Are you ready, Yumi? You are the first person to play this game, so just double click on that.
It's a horror game.
It's called Horror Game, yes.
Can I see, like, is there anything that says .jump scare? I swear to you, if you jump scare me, I'm gonna be happy.
Imogen and Greg were playing on my PC that I made the game on, and so everything was running really smoothly.
Okay, sweet. I like the loading page. It's only a loading page, but I like it.
On the other hand, Dom was playing on his ancient nice PC that just so happens to have a hard drive, which makes some weird things happen.
Like, I double clicked it. Am I gonna... Whoa, 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 whoa. Here we go. It loaded after about 30 seconds. Now we have a black screen. Oh my God, I need... Oh, there we go. All right, we're here. I was about to say I need an SSD. Oh, look at that.
All right, escape. We got a crowbar over... Okay, this is a strange little... What is this? Camera action going on. That's interesting.
Oh, we've got one.
I need to find a way out.
Oh dear. Oh, it's not good. Oh, I think we're just loading the textures. The game looks good. My PC's not good.
I wonder who left this
That's
here.
so strange. Yeah, right, so it's like a CCTV angle. Okay, and you can do that. Sweet, okay. Yeah, this is very unique. I can hear like zombies and stuff like that, and that kind of freaks me out too.
Camera angle is interesting. Alright, okay.
Whoa, you can sprint, my God. Why am I stuck against this wall? Whoa. Whoa. Wait. Oh my God. Can't control. What? Oh, it's because forward isn't forward from the camera. Forward is from where she's facing. So that's forward. Okay, that makes sense. Oh! Oh my God! Oh, it's attacking me. Oh, I thought it was game over. Ah! Oh, okay. Fine. Well, I hope that is useful content for you. I'm going to log off now. Thank you for watching. Good game. 10 out of 10.
And so everybody was off to a great start.
So I feel like I have a slight advantage here, being that I did do the voice lines.
Better hold on to
Weird
this.
hear.
Oh my god, this Imogen's voice. That's some good voice acting, you know. If I didn't know that was Imogen, I wouldn't know.
What?
Why does it sound like the voice, you know, in like PlayStation 1 and that? Like, or you know, like when you played Lara Croft or like the Harry Potter game on PlayStation 1 and the audio like sounds like PlayStation 1 audio, like voice notes or voice lines. It's got that noise to it. I don't know if that's like processing or something you've done on the clip. I can't walk up these stairs. I don't know if that's... I don't know if that's processing you've done or that's just like what happens when you put it in the game, but the voice notes, look like that noise, like, it gives me like nostalgia.
Alright, you can sprint. Sick, and it changes to a new angle. What's this, like a CCTV room? Keycard. Okay, right, let's clock you up. Oh, and then it goes there. What the heck? That was so alien.
So it's kind of creepy so far because you can't actually see ahead of you. So I'm sort of walking towards these very creepy noises. Oh god. We have a key card here.
What is this for?
And there's someone over here. Did I get him? Oh no. Oh, I didn't get him. Oh, that's a great start. Going well.
God.
What door is this for?
Imi's voice in the background, like that. It's yeah, okay. I like the style of game. What's this? Health. Sick. Oh, those voices in the background are really freaking me out.
Let's try that again. There we go. Although I lost a lot of health just on one guy, so it's not very reassuring. Oh, nice.
What is this for?
So I have a key card. Hopefully it's the key card that's gonna get me out of here. Yes, let's go this way. Oh no. Oh yeah, that guy did quite a lot of damage. Oh, but there's some health. I'm gonna need more than that though. Oh no. Oh god. So this is where I start to wonder, am I just really bad at this game? Or is it quite hard? Or maybe I need a better weapon.
hold on to this.
Maybe that's the thing. So let's have a look around.
Okay, this is more mysterious places that way. Okay, another one of these weird looking cyborgy guys. And a gun! Okay, cool, let's get the gun. Oh, goodness. Block. Let's get that gun. That was kind of creepy, not gonna lie.
I guess this will do.
I guess this will do. This will certainly do. Alright, can we just lay off shots at this geezer? Oh, sick! Okay, that laser concept is nice. The sway is a little bit annoying, but that is probably the nerves. Can we get a nice shot on this? There's a medkit there, so I'm just gonna pop him headshot. Bang. Okay, maybe not. Oh, I died. Okay. Let's give it another go. I need to get used to the jumping into and out of the combat mode. Fuck! I should say fuck. Let's go. I think we're getting the hang of it. I think if you spend like a couple of minutes, you get the hang of like the movement and all that kind of stuff. I like it. I still have no idea how I'm going to get out of here though.
I forgot I can sprint. That would make this a lot faster. Okay, but you can only sprint for a certain amount of time.
Oh no!
I'm really bad at this game. So Marcus told me he can finish this in 5 minutes. Obviously he knows where to go, but I'm struggling a little bit.
Oh! It's a lot louder now. I've just put my headphones in properly. Oh my god, that's so loud. Oh! Die! You're gonna get me this time. Yeah. Oh no. How do I kill it?
Okay, here we go. First attempt at shooting on arrival. Come on. Okay. I'm surprised at how... Okay. I hope we have like unlimited ammo.
I'm gonna beat this. I'm gonna speed run it, you know what? Screw killing the things.
No wonder you
Speed
left
run.
this.
Oh, there's sprint as well, isn't there? Oh! Now we're off, baby. I forgot about the sprint. We're speed running to the end. Oh. Oh, is there stamina? Has she got stamina? No, I just want to go. No. No. Oh, can I not? Yeah, you can't get me now. Oh, no. Oh, no. Ah, right. Okay, right. I swear I can't control this thing. What? No, can we not? Can we not? Left. Oh my god. Left. No. Okay, you can't speed run it.
What the fuck is that?
Okay, I might have found a hack. If I hold block the whole time, he can't get me.
So there's a med kit here, and then there's a room here. Shotgun. Let's fucking go.
I'm going to need this.
Damn straight I'm gonna need this.
This is hard, you know. This game is hard. Give me that first aid. But it's cool because it's like a learning curve. Because like I've already got better at it. Like, I like games that aren't easy. No, yeah, that aren't easy because I feel like I like the challenge. I like to improve. Like, I've already got better. I had no idea what I was doing to start with. Am I meant to go down here or not?
You just constantly hear this chorus of growling.
Fuck!
Nice.
Time to get out of here.
So this is the exit keycard. So now I just need to find the exit. So I guess that means that this keycard doesn't open this door. I'm not gonna lie. No. Oh. What about this way? There's a lot of exit signs, so you'd presume this leads towards the exit, right? Interesting. Okay. Oh god. I escaped. And I died. I escaped and I died at the same time. Cool.
Don't worry about
What
you.
is that? No.
Right, I don't think I'm beating your game.
With Dom officially rage quitting, can the others still escape my labyrinth of horrors?
Let's just test the one bang ability of this. Well, fair play. I made an absolute meal of that. Hope this medkit will recover. I feel like the crowbar is
That feels
still
better.
slightly more OP than the shotgun, only because you can block with it. Yeah, you heard. New sheriff in town. pretty sure there's like 2 people in here. Just want to get my back to the wall so I don't get hunched like I did before. I can't see where the other guy is. There he is. Here he comes.
Time to get out of here.
I mean, I definitely am curious about this route.
What is that?
The angle changing is definitely very scary. Ooh, looks promising. Although, have I messed up? And now the door won't actually open because there's no electricity. Thankfully not. Yay! And I didn't die this time.
Okay, let's try not to die. Okay. I think we're gonna finish it. Yes. Success. I am master.
What do you think there? Tell me.
It's really good.
Honest
the
review.
Jump scares. I was talking about the jump scares, and then the first time that like a zombie attacks you, just like ah.
Oh, cool, good. How'd you get on?
I beat the game
Oh, you did?
multiple times.
Oh.
I died a couple of times and beat the game at the same time.
How'd you manage that? out of 10, what
Yes.
would you give it? Honest review. You didn't know this was me that made this.
Yeah,
What
as
would
like
you
an
give it?
actual gaming developer, I'd give it like a probably like a 7 out of 10, 6 or a 7 out of 10.
Ah. I'll take
I
that.
would rate it quite highly. It's the kind of thing where like I'd imagine, and I don't mean this to be like insulting or
No,
this feels like a
fine.
real game. Like it feels like something that you would
Cool.
play. So like I'd rate it
take
quite highly.
It was really cool to see my friends playing my first ever video game. I'm actually really proud of what I've made. I do think they were being a bit nice with the reviews. I'm sure if they just saw this on Steam, it would probably give it like a 4 or 5. But I'm glad they enjoyed the concept and actually enjoyed playing the game. You know, that's what's most important. I'm gonna fix the last few bugs and upload the game to my itch.io page where you can download the game for free. And there's also a pay what you want option if you want to help support the channel. Give the game a try, link will be in the description, and let me know what you think.